I have a plan to raise private money through working with existing after-school programs, existing organizations, and help make sure that we are assessing the gaps in those after-school programs and helping fill them. Also evaluating and providing training for some of our after-school providers. The great thing about that is that it helps keep youth out of trouble. It's part of our gang prevention efforts as well.
Okay. The issue of education is something that traditionally mayors in this city don't take on. Why do you think that you're going to be able to do it maybe differently, or you'll be able to do it effectively?
As a former teacher and a former county commissioner, I've had direct experience with education in the classroom and with educational policy and funding. When I was a county commissioner, I helped raise teacher pay, I helped get schools renovated and built. We are a rapidly growing area. We need to continue to build new schools as well. As a mother of two students who've been in CMS, as a product of CMS, I graduated from East Mecklenburg High School, I have a unique and important perspective on exactly what our teachers and our students face every day. As mayor, I plan to be a strong advocate for our school system. I plan to be an advocate with our legislators in Raleigh. I plan to work very closely with the county and the schools and the city to make sure we have strong neighborhoods for every student. You can't have, strong schools. You can't have strong neighborhoods without strong schools. And you can't have companies continuing to create jobs and to grow here without strong schools. So it really takes an effort on behalf of everyone. It's too big an issue for just the school board. And as mayor, I will be a great partner.
You say it's too big an issue for just the school board, but when people hear you say, as mayor, I want to get involved in school issues, that's probably the first thing that comes to mind. Well, we've got a school board, we've got a superintendent, we've got legislators who are already lobbying for education in our community. Why do we need to add the mayor to that mix? How do you respond to that?
The same way I just did. I think that it takes all of us. And if we want a city that has 21st century opportunities, that is taking advantage of high-tech industry, that is growing and thriving, we need that to work for every corner of our city and for every person in our city. The best way to do that in terms of building a foundation for the future is to have strong schools and to have quality teachers and to have students who are coming out ready to be employed, ready to go on to college and then be employed after that. I hear too often from folks in the business community that we have students who are going into jobs that don't have some of the basic math skills, that don't have enough reading skills, that have to do remedial work. It takes all of us working together to make sure that we are changing that. Charlotte came out number 50 in a recent study in terms of economic mobility. One of the most basic ways to change that statistic, which will be a major goal for me as our next mayor, is to strengthen schools, to strengthen the education that we're providing for our children. And I think it starts, K through 12, absolutely. I think it even starts with preschool.
I've looked at other cities where they have a weak mayor form of government and what have other mayors done to be effective in education. And there are several things that I think can and should be considered here. Let's first start with this understanding that our strongest neighborhoods have strong schools. So if you're building a strong city, which includes strong neighborhoods, that need strong schools, is it a city issue? I think voters inherently say yes. I would like to see the mayor have a more broader role in education. However, I'm not interested in being a policymaker. You're correct. Our form of government leaves that clearly to the county and to our school board. But what I do want to be is be a more dynamic partner to try to help showcase excellence in our students and in our teachers. I want to create the first annual Mayor's Award for Excellence in Education. The second thing I want to do is I want to create an affordable teachers housing program. We're in the housing business. We want to disperse housing across this city. We can do that. The third thing I want to do is do what I refer to as government on the road. Our city council meets 45 times at 600 East 4th Street. We need to conduct city council meetings in and around our community, and I can think of no better place to do that than in one of our schools that's now being ranked by our state as being a D or an F. Why would it be important for a mayor to appear in those cities with the city council, not to make school board policy, but symbolically it's important that our school board know that their mayor is interested in the same thing they are, which is to build strong schools. Why is it important that a district council member who is in that district, why is it important that they know that they have a D or an F or a C school there? Why? Because we want to bring out excellence in everything that we do. What you think about, you talk about. What you talk about, you bring about. The mayor is that ambassador. The mayor can serve an effective role to help raise the standards of what we expect in this community.